my life has completely changed because of a short-form video app called TikTok.
No, Addison, it wasn't just TikTok, but it was mainly your look. Hey guys, this is Internet People, where we talk about people from the internet on the internet. Addison Rae has probably utilized pretty privilege more than anyone else on social media ever. She has been canceled multiple times, and if you're watching this, you're probably like, what? Addison's been canceled? Yeah, she just isn't really the nicest human being on earth. And before we get into this, pretty privilege is someone who gets clout, opportunities, and becomes more successful in life because of how attractive they are. That's the top definition from Urban Dictionary and probably the easiest way to explain what pretty privilege is. So before I break anything down even further, here's a list of things that are associated with attractiveness being an advantage. So attractive people are perceived as smarter. That is according to the Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin. Attractive people are considered more trustworthy. That's from the Political Research Quarterly. Attractive people are given higher ratings for social skills, warmth, and dominance. That's according to the Psychological Bulletin. Attractive people are paid more attention to and as a result are better understood by others. And that's according to psychological science. Attractive people get better wages, better jobs, and better spouses. And that's from the Princeton University Press. Attractive people enjoy better life outcomes and as a result have a higher psychological well-being and lower levels of depression. And that's according to the Journal of Happiness Studies. A lot of people act like pretty privilege does not exist, and there's a huge denial around pretty privilege, and many people even say that it's not a privilege at all, it's made up and it actually doesn't exist. But I think TikTok is a prime example that pretty privilege fully exists and is in full effect. So one thing that really rubbed me the wrong way about Addison Rae is that Addison was caught liking comments saying, she's verified and you aren't. Something's wrong there. You should be verified. I'm not hating. I'm just saying you should be verified too. That comment was left on a TikTok of Addison's and liked by Addison. Another comment Addison liked underneath a duet TikTok of both Addison and Charli. Leah.kiss commented, I mean, she is pretty on the right, referring to Charli, but the prettiest girl on TikTok? No, definitely not. So who started the hype about her? And that's a comment liked by Addison. It really rubs me the wrong way that a 19-year-old girl, me and Addison are the same age, was liking these types of comments about 15-year-old Charli D'amelio. It's clear as day that something's off and something really isn't making any sense about Addison. I don't know why people forgot that this happened about a week later. Another way Addison has benefited from all the hype and clout she's received based on her look is that she is now casted in the remake for the hit 90s movie She's All That. An actress with zero experience, zero reputation in the acting world. She did not come up. Who knows if she even auditioned for this movie? And she is the star of a Hollywood blockbuster movie based off of her TikToks. I mean, that is really, really, really solidifies that pretty privilege is real and Addison is totally benefiting off of it. I can't be the only one that thinks it's extremely creepy that a 19-year-old girl is liking comments about a 15-year-old girl, comparing both of them, essentially insinuating that Charli doesn't deserve her success. Charli's just like, I don't know, not a child in this situation. Besides the Charli drama, it was also outed that Addison was pretty anti-BLM, and that definitely rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, but it seems like people keep forgetting everything Addison's done and they just move on to the next day, versus other people, when they get canceled, it's a hate mob for months and months and months. And I'm not saying Addison should get hated or anything like that, but I just really think it's odd and a clear as day depiction that pretty privilege is real and it has really, really affected Addison's career. She basically does something insane and then writes a Twitter apology, does something insane, writes a Twitter apology, and people just seem to move on. She doesn't have the same reputation as people like, I don't know who's famous for doing those like iPhone notes apology, but you'll see them all over Twitter, like, but nobody really mentions that. The main issue with pretty privilege is not whether it exists or whether it doesn't exist. It's about the complete refusal and denial. Many people act like it completely doesn't exist and does not play a role in society and social media, when it definitely is one of the main factors that influences many people's careers, such as Addison. So basically, pretty privilege is like the ultimate life hack that people keep denying and acting like it isn't real. These toxic beauty standards that have been in the forefront of society for the past 10 years since the creation of social media definitely needs to be talked about more, and the discussion surrounding it needs to become more honest. And I can't be the only one who seems to think her relationship with Bryce is 110% fake. Like, they really don't seem to have any chemistry, like, whatsoever. Even in the slightest, it seems like a publicity stunt from their PR managers. But this won't be the first time that I've seen a publicity stunt relationship. I'm excited in like the next 10 years when they all like write books and stuff, when they're washed up about how this was fake and that was fake. I'm really excited to see that.
And I can see when you look at me because I'm literally looking at the screen.
How come it's always me looking at you and never you looking at me?